Okay, so you'll notice that on pages 4 and 5, there are prisms and cylinders. Today, we're going to focus on the volume of prisms. Tomorrow, we're going to focus on the volume of cylinders. Please send one person to get calculators if you haven't already done so. Okay, so for the remainder of the year, you're going to need a calculator, okay? So just plan on grabbing one when we start. Okay, tail table, just go. Carlos, go. How?
I just can't.
Dude, just go. Oh, I know.
Okay, so the first shape we're going to focus on is finding the volume of a rectangular prism. You've been doing this way back even in elementary, okay? The volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So in number 1, do we have a rectangular prism? Okay, we have a length of 21. We have a width of 9. We have a height of 7. Now, it really doesn't matter which one is which because we can orient this shape in different ways, okay? But what I do need to see, I don't want you to just plug into your calculator. I need to see what you plug into your calculator. So I want you to write down this. I want you to write down volume equals. We're going to take 21 times 9 times 7. So write that down and then put it in your calculator. Write it down, then put it in your calculator. Okay.
Look how cool this is.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Matthew, what'd you get?
1,300 something. Come on.
You didn't do it either.
1,323. My arm.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so 1,323. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, now what is the label that we need to put on here?
Feet.
Not just feet.
Squared.
Not squared.
Cube.
It is feet cubed. What is happening? Okay, if we have 9 feet times 21 feet times 7 feet, we're multiplying feet times feet times feet. That is 3 of them. Okay, I want you to do numbers 2 and 4. Check in with your neighbor to make sure they get the same thing on 2. Check in with your neighbor and make sure they get the same thing on 4. You're doing 2 and 4. Listening's hard. Sammy, what'd you get for an answer for number 2? She thought I was talking to her. Did you hear that? I said, Sammy, what'd you get? And she thought I said Siri. That's funny. Okay. 1,700 what? 60, like 60? All right. Do you agree with Sammy's numeric answer? Okay. When you take 11 times 8 times 20, we get 1,760. What does our label need to be? I would not say feet. It looks like centimeters cubed. Yes, Curly.
Does it matter what order it is?
It does not matter the order. Not at all. Make sure you are looking at what the label is in your picture so you know to match it in your answer. Okay. All right. And then number 4. Landon, what'd you get for your answer? Like that? So when we take 17 times 17 times 32, we get 9,248. It needs to be inches cubed, not squared, inches cubed. All right, we fix that. Okay. Now, those I have a lot of confidence in your ability to be able to solve those. Okay, we need to be very careful with our next prism. Okay, rectangular prisms, piece of cake. Okay, because they look like cake, right? Okay. Triangular prisms are the only other prism we're going to worry about. We're not going to worry about trapezoidal prisms. We won't worry about hexagonal, just triangular prisms. So any prism we want to find the volume of, we want to find the area of the base times the height of the prism. Okay. Now, since we're doing specifically triangular prisms, what I want you to do right here is I want you to write volume equals triangle times height. I want you to write that for me. Okay. In order to find the volume of a triangular prism, we're going to take area of the triangle times the height of the prism. Okay. Now, if I'm talking about the area of a triangle, how do we find that? There it is. 1/2 base times height. Now, it is important to understand that the height and the base of a triangle will meet with a right angle. Okay, so this is the height of our triangle. This is the base. Notice that the right angle box touches both of them. Okay, in our prisms, there are going to be side lengths for edges that we don't need to find the volume. Okay, yesterday we counted edges. In a triangular prism, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different edges. We're only going to need 3 numbers, so we're going to need to be careful. Okay, so we're going to walk through 2 problems together before you try one on your own. Okay, I want you to look at number 5. And since we have a triangular prism, could you please write volume equals triangle times height? Okay. Can you see the 2 different triangles? And what's true about the 2 triangles? Are they different or are they the same? They're the same. They are the same. Okay. So I am going to trace this triangle right here. Okay. And I'm actually going to draw it over here. Okay. Okay. Do you see how there's this like dotted line? Oh, whoops. This dotted line right here? And that has a little right angle. That's probably pretty important, don't you think? What is its length? What number goes on that dotted line? 8.6. Okay. What measurement is this side of the triangle? It's 10. What measurement is this side of the triangle? 12. And what measurement is this side of the triangle? Huh? 11. Okay. Now, which 2 measurements actually matter for the area of the triangle? 12 and 8.6. Do you see how this is our right angle right here? So those are the 2 pieces that matter. So our triangle is 1/2 times 8.6 times 12. Write that down and then put it in your calculator. 1/2 is just 0.5. What do we get for our triangle area? 51.6? Okay. Okay. So now, I'm going to take this over here. And I'm going to say, okay, volume equals 51.6 times the height of our prism. When we talk about the height of the prism, I am looking for, when we connect triangle to triangle, I want to know what that distance is. What is it? It is 9. Okay, the distance between the triangles is that height we're looking for our prism. So we're taking the area of our triangle times 9. What is that going to get us? 464.4. And since these are all millimeters, then we have millimeters cubed. Okay, so did you notice that we did not use 10 and we did not use 11? That's okay. There are going to sometimes be measurements that do not impact our volume. Okay, but you need to be careful. You can't just choose 3 random dimensions and be like, oh, I'll multiply these together times 1/2. We have to be strategic. Trace your triangle. The base and height are connected by a what? A 90-degree angle. So look for that box, and the 2 measurements it's touching are your base and height of your triangle. Okay, so let's look at number 6. We're going to do number 6 together also. Okay, is this a triangular prism? Yes or no? Yes. So the volume is the area of the triangle times the height. Okay, so I'm going to trace this triangle right here because that's the triangle I see the box for the 90-degree angle. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to redraw it. Okay, I think the easiest thing to see is that this side is length what? Okay, so this guy is 21. What about this side right here?
20.
It's the same as this, which is 20. And then our hypotenuse is which measurement? 29. Okay, we got to look at those parallel sides sometimes. Okay. Now, if I look at my triangle that we drew with the 3 numbers, only 2 of them are our base and height. Which 2 numbers are connected with the box? Here's the box. What'd you say?
29.
Which 2 sides is this box touching?
20 and 21.
Those are the numbers we need then. Okay. Our triangle is 1/2 times 20 times 21. Which is what? 210?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we look at our prism picture, and I look at if I connect triangle to triangle, what's the height of our prism?
16.
Okay, so our volume is, our triangle is 210 times our height is 16. So we get 3,360 cubic centimeters. So what I want you to do, I want you and your elbow partner to work together on number 7. I'm going to give you like 2 minutes, and then we're going to go over your answer together, okay, before we get to our homework, okay? See what you can come up with for number 7. Area of the triangle times the height. When we get to work.
What's that say? Incorrect. It says ended.
So you got number 7?
Okay.
So if we look at this 5.1, here's the box right here. The box is touching 5.1, and which of us? Yeah, so you need 19 right there. No, because it's the whole side. So you took, and then that times what's the height of your prism? Times 4. If you got 193.8, you have the right answer. Okay. Okay, here's our triangle. If I want the area of this triangle, which 2 dimensions do we need to multiply? 5.1 and 19. So when we do that, we get, what was the number that you got? 40.45? So then, for our volume, we have 48.45 times what is the height of our prism? If we connect triangle to triangle, that dimension is 4. So that's how we're getting this guy right here. Okay, now turn to page 6 and 7.